Hi, I'm Harari.
And I'm Kailani.
And this is our documentary called Generic versus Name Brand Foods. Which one is better?
So we noticed that a lot of people will pay extra money just for the name brand label. And we wondered, was it really worth the money when you can get generic foods for less?
First off, we headed to Target to get our name brand foods. We decided to do Cheez-Its, Capri Suns, and Pop-Tarts. We first found the Cheez-Its at $269 per 12.4 ounces. We then located the Capri Suns at $239 for a 10-pack of 6-ounce pouches. Lastly, we found S'mores Pop-Tarts at $2.99 for a 12-count of pastries. With our name brand foods obtained, we headed over to Aldi's to get the generic food equivalencies. There we found baked cheese crackers at $2.89 for 21 ounces. Next we found Nature's Nectar Fruit Punch. It was $1.99 for 10 6-ounce pouches. Lastly, we found Millville Toaster Tarts, which were $1.49 for 12 pastries. Once at home, we used paper cups to individually sort out the samples we would give to participants. Within each group, snacks were then randomly assigned letters, either A or B. Red letters were for Cheez-Its, blue were for Capri Suns, and green were for Pop-Tarts.
Then we sat down with some volunteers one at a time and put the cups in front of them. We had them try the foods, give us their opinions on them, and which one they thought was the name brand.
In these clips, volunteers first tried Cheez-Its, then Pop-Tarts, then Capri Suns.
Okay. I think A is the name brand and B is the generic.
Any reasoning behind that?
A has more flavor
Okay,
than B.
gotcha.
I'm gonna go with B is the name brand. A is the generic. A tastes like it's been toasted for too long, whereas B's got a little bit more of an even texture. A also has a lot more flavor to it to me because of that toastiness. So A is the generic and B is the name brand.
I think B is the name brand. They taste almost the same, but B has like more filling. So I'm guessing B, and I'm gonna say A is the generic.
So on this one, A is the name brand and B is the generic. B has a lot more filling. I don't know. A just seems like it would be more of the name brand flavor to me.
I'm gonna say that B is the name brand and A is generic. A is a little more sweet and B has more color.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go with B.
I'm gonna say A is the generic and B is the name brand, and that's pretty similar, but the one on the left, A is definitely sweeter, and then B is just got a lot more color. I have a feeling out of a name brand you're gonna get more color.
We took a look at all the foods, and here are some of the things that we found. All of the off-brands are cheaper than their on-brand counterparts except for Cheez-Its, which are almost $1 more expensive. Also, between the on and off brands, the serving sizes were the same, but the amounts of food inside did differ. The Cheez-Its and cheese crackers were almost identical. Every nutritional value was the same except for total carbohydrates and grams of protein. They were only off by 1 gram each. The last difference is that the serving size differed, but only by 1 cracker's worth.
In these clips, volunteers first tried Cheez-Its, then Capri Suns, then Pop-Tarts.
I don't know.
The A definitely has more salt on them. Oh, that was a lot of salt. These look smaller. Definitely not as salty, for sure.
That's one taste better, definitely.
A looks pale. Acidic. Darker. This one actually does taste sweeter. B. Looks like a Pop-Tart. This one has something grainy in it. To me. Like sugar.
Well, this one I think because this one looks more like a normal cheese
Okay.
than this one, because I think this one tastes better,
Mm-hmm.
and this one because I think that one tastes better.
So I like B, and A. Mostly because I like salty things here. This one's kind of sour, and this one has that granulated sugar bite into it.
The Capri Suns and the juice pouches had virtually identical amounts of fat, sodium, protein, juice percentage, serving size, calories, and sugar. The main difference between the two was that the juice pouches used liquid sugar along with regular sugar, while the Capri Suns only used regular sugar. The Pop-Tarts and Toaster Tarts had many similarities, such as the total levels of fat and cholesterol. However, they were different in that the Pop-Tarts had more than twice the amount of sodium and 6 grams less sugar than the Toaster Tarts.
If I had to guess one as name brand, I would have guessed A.
Okay. What's the
Because
critiques?
it has a little more of a toasty taste to it, which is weird sounding, I know. But they're both good. I wouldn't snub either of them if I really wanted Cheez-Its.
Mm-hmm. Which one would you pay more for?
I think they're of equal value.
I think A is the name brand. It's got a little more flavor to it.
A has a weird aftertaste. B is more sweet. I personally don't like either of them because I don't like these kinds of things. But if I had to pick, I guess I'd pick B because the aftertaste is less weird.
I think A is Capri Sun because they've got more artificial color in it.
These taste a little coconutty almost. I think of these two, I like B better because you don't leave as much of the coconut in it.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I got more marshmallow, but I think I like B better.
God, I hate these. That's just awful. Those both taste like sugar garbage. I think B's the name brand.
So in the end, we found that people had very mixed opinions on the snacks.
When it all comes down to it, it all depends on one's personal preference.
Thanks for watching.
Bye! Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.